Good morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime, wherever and whenever you may be watching. Thanks for clicking. Today's video, we're going to be going over a discovery set from the company Saltworks. I've never heard of this company before, but a girl that I work with was gifted this set. So I thought, you know what, I'll give my first impression, see what I think. It does also come with a card explaining the notes. So I'll go through that as well, because this is just a first impression, and I'll see if I think it matches up. I did have a look on their website. They do offer 10ml travel sprays for £25 and then 100ml bottles for £95. So they're not badly priced, in my opinion. That is if they smell good. Getting straight into it, the first fragrance I'll be trying is Brown Sugar, which apparently has peach, coconut, and amber. So let's see what I get from this. Coconut obviously normally associated with like a tropical feeling, but maybe it's going for more of that sweetness. Let's have a look, especially with the peach. I don't mind it. I don't love it. This is definitely leaning more feminine straight off the bat. I wasn't sure, like looking at the brand and whatnot, maybe the branding does lead a bit more feminine. I assumed that they would have both men's and women's, I mean unisex, but this is definitely a feminine fragrance. It's more on the youthful side. I'll be honest, I don't own a lot of women's perfumes. Some of them I own like unisex perfumes, and my girlfriend has, again, unisex perfumes. But this definitely leans more on that feminine side. I guess because of that peach and that coconut, it is giving it a more youthful sort of thing. It's not like a old lady sort of smell to my nose. It didn't list like any powder, but there is a powderiness going on. It's fine. It's quite generic to my nose, like quite generic female. You know how in men's perfume you get that blue smell, which is like Bleu de Chanel and Dior Sauvage, and it's got that ambroxan note going on. This is just kind of what I associate with women's perfume. So Brown Sugar is fine, but it's not jumping out at me being like special. Next fragrance, which I am excited for, is French Fig. Reason I'm excited is because the last fragrance was quite generic, quite like blended in, whereas Fig is a very distinctive smell. So I'm just curious if it will come through, or again, if it's just going to smell a bit generic. Definitely comes through, definitely. I think the notes in this were fig or French fig, coconut milk, and musk. With fig, kind of once you've smelled one, you've smelled the more, sort of. They do have different little touches, but fig is a very distinctive note, and I think fig and coconut milk go hand in hand, and this is a good fig, in my opinion. I've definitely smelled fig fragrances that can go like plasticky almost. This doesn't. I like it. I think it is unisex. Some people may say that it leans more feminine because it's fig and it's a fruit and you've got coconut milk, but to me, it just smells like fresh summer. I like this a lot. Yeah, French Fig, I like. The next fragrance, I have no idea how to pronounce. Komeme, Komeme? I don't know. The notes in this one are pear, praline, and incense. So again, if you're looking off the note breakdown, it does lead a bit more feminine again. So who knows, maybe it is a more feminine company, or that's what they focus on. Like, yeah, it is more feminine, but it doesn't smell as generic as the first one. It's brighter. See, I think there was pear in the first fragrance as well, but I didn't get much of it. Whereas on this, it definitely, there's a citrusness going on. It smells stronger as well. Like maybe this is the strongest smelling one, but again, it's got that note of incense, which is normally quite a heavy hitter. It doesn't smell smoky, overly smoky or anything. Praline, sweetness. I quite like this one. I wouldn't wear it myself, but it definitely smells sort of fresh, sweet, sexy. Again, these notes are kind of synonymous with being kind of like sexy smelling fragrances. I don't mind this at all. Quite interesting. The next one is Lady Marmalade, which again, I'm curious to try because there's only 2 notes listed on that sheet, and it is orange and caramel. So let me have a look. Let me have a little sniff. See what we get. I don't think I've ever smelled anything quite like that. Okay, immediately, just being totally honest, immediately, I'm smelling something like nail polish remover. Just being totally honest. I didn't hate it though. I don't know what that tells you about me and my taste, but it's still there a touch. Like there's still something that's giving me, that's reminding me a bit of like nail polish or nail polish remover, I think, but what's the word that would use to describe that? Like, is acrid? Acrid, maybe. Stringent, what's the right word? Like, it's almost like precise smelling. Now it's leaning more into like a shampoo kind of territory. I don't hate this at all. I just, it's very interesting. Right off the start, right off the bat, it was very sharp to my nose. Not sometimes you can get a fragrance that is sharp in almost a physical way, like you smell it and it's, whoa, that hurts my nose. It didn't hurt my nose, it just smelled very sharp and precise. This is the most interesting one out of all of them. I definitely don't think I've smelled anything quite like it. There's also something coming in now that is like fresh laundry, like cotton fresh laundry. May come back to this one. This is interesting. I quite like it though. Maybe this is my second favorite after the fig fragrance. And finally, for this video, I will do a separate video for the other 5, otherwise it's going to be way too long, is, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, L'Orangerie? L'Orange? I made that sound like lingerie. It's not that. It's like an orangery. So I assume they're going for sort of like an orange grove, you know, like trees and whatnot. I think the notes are orange, zest, and flowers. So there was orange in the last one, but it didn't smell overly citrus to me, whereas probably this one's going to be a bit more citrus and, as it says, zesty. Yes, whoa, orange zest, orange peel, very, very lifelike. Right now, I would probably say this is my new favorite. This is surprising me how accurate a smell is going for on this, because some of these do smell like more generic sort of blends, like overall things, whereas this, if someone had just sprayed this on a card and asked me to smell it, I would have assumed it would have been like an Atelier cologne, which focus on the fruits, the citruses, whatnot. I like this a lot. This would be perfect in boiling hot heat. Great. It's really, really good. I don't know what flower component is in there. Maybe like orange blossom, just again to support the orange zest, but it's very orange forward. If you like orange fragrances, consider this. I may even consider this just the little 10 ml travel spray. That's great. Finish on a high.